What's up, beautiful people? Padres take the series in Boston. A really good series from our boys. We take 2 out of 3. Some really good stuff from the offense. I mean, when you're scoring double-digit runs a game, I think you're doing something right. Merrill stays absolutely mashing. We'll get you some stats on him. A pretty good June for our boys. We'll look at our record and the standings later on in the video. Manuel Machado starting to heat up. Just the different type of energy and vibes with our Padres. We'll look at the series in Boston, and then we'll talk about the upcoming one in Texas. Let's do this. I know I've said it for 20 plus years, but I got a feeling this is the year. God, Tatis is such a sexy guy. Keep the faith, baby.
1 year soon, the baseball gods will smile on the San Diego Padres, and we will have a parade.
Stay vibrant, Friar Faithful.
And now your handsome host, Beto Diaz on Friar Field Talk.
So jumping right back into it, fucking amazing series from our boys. We had won at 1.5 straight. We obviously do drop the last game 4-1 to the Red Sox, but you kind of had that feel to it. Winning 5 straight already for our boys is a monumental achievement on itself. It's looking pretty in the wild card right now. Obviously a very tight race in the National League, but some really good stuff from our boys. Let's go ahead and take a look at this series really quickly. I won't do too much because I'm sure most of you have seen all the damage that the Padres did to the Red Sox this series. Game 1, Padres win this game 9-2. Kolek gets the win. Gonna highlight Kolek a little bit too. He's had some really good numbers in the month of June. Very surprising. Obviously, Kolek has been getting the short end of the stick. A lot of hate from us, with validly so, after that Kansas City game where he allowed 5 and made the game really close. A couple of other instances where he made the game a lot closer than it should have been. But a really respectable June for Kolek. Let me go and get my notes here for Kolek. In the month of June, he's had 13.1 innings pitched, a .68 ERA, and a 2.26 FIB. Really impressive stuff from Kolek. I had no idea that his numbers were that good in the month of June. I had known that there was a couple of star-studded people that really shined in the month of June, but I didn't expect Kolek to be one of them. Really good stuff from him. Hopefully he can kind of like fix this mentality that we have against them and keep showing some really good stuff. Another really good thing to mention about for June was Michael King. Obviously, we'll look at Michael King here in Game 2. But he had 33.2 innings pitched with spotting a 2.67 ERA and a 2.18 FIB. Those FIB numbers are fantastic. Looking really good. It's usually around 3. League average is around 4. So that's almost split in half for our two pitchers. Some really good stuff on them. But let's jump back into this game. Padres win this game 9-2. An offensive explosion, to say the least. Kyle Higashioka gets it started. This game was on Apple TV, so I know some people didn't get the chance to see it, so maybe we can get some highlights. Takes a curveball that does not curve and sends it way deep over the monster. Hits the top of the sign of the monster. Higashioka here, this is his 8th home run in 15 games. Lucy wants to pay attention to. She's all up in it. Really good stuff from Kyle. Has been swinging a really good hot bat, especially with the power coming back to him. That's 8 home runs in 15 games for him. Really good small ball after this. Cronenworth, an insane 5th inning where we score 9 runs. Cronenworth keeps it going, gets a base hit, drives in 2. Solano also drives in 2 with a base hit. And madness with Merrill continues to absolutely stroke an insane bat. Grew up a Red Sox fan, sends this one to deep center. His mom is right there in white going crazy in the back. If you see her, almost hits it to his mom. Almost like a storytell event from Jackson Merrill. The kid is absolutely insane. Almost batting 300. Give you a breakdown on Merrill's stats. For qualifying center fielders, he's batting .289. He has 79 hits, 40 RBIs, a .439 slugging percentage, 757 OPS. It's just insane what Merrill's doing. He definitely needs to be in the conversation for the Rookie of the Year. Unfortunately, Paul Skeens, the pitcher for the Pirates, is a fucking unbelievable talent who's probably going to win the Rookie of the Year. Obviously gets the pub, but he really does have some good shit. So I can't be too mad about that. But a really, really good game here from our Padres, centered by Jackson Merrill. Just a crazy, crazy, crazy game for our boys with that ninth inning. Really crazy stat, too. All 9 batters in the lineup scored in that ninth inning, which is just an achievement in itself. Vasquez pitched this game. He gets hit on a comebacker, ends up exiting the game. Looked a little bit shaken up. I don't know English. Results came back negative and says he's good to make the next start, so that's really good news for him. Peralta comes up and does allow 1 run after him, but Kolek, like I had mentioned before, pitches 2 innings and only allows the 1 hit and strikes out 2. Great game from our boys. We win this one 9-2. Game 2 was just as good. Padres win this game 11-1. Small ball baseball to start right here. Tanner Houck, the pitcher for the Red Sox, who had been the leading ERA leader of the American League, gets absolutely rung up by our boys. Just some fantastic stuff. Some small ball from Kim gets us started here in the second inning to make it a 1-0 game. Machado gets a hold of one. Machado here, the star of the game, ends up hitting 2 home runs. This one is an absolute nuke job to left field. Goes over the fucking out of the stadium. Lands in some asshole's fucking bowl of chowder probably that's eating down somewhere down the streets. But a great swing there from Machado. A centerpiece of why the Padres went on this 5-game run. 5-game winning streak, has been really swinging a really hot bat. It says 403 feet. It looked like it went 703 feet. Cleared the fucking stadium. Unbelievable there from Machado. That makes it a 3-0 game. Merrill follows up and hits another bomb of his own. Go ahead and play this for you guys. Another one into the monster. It's just unreal piece of hitting from Jackson Merrill. Display of hitting going the opposite way. The guy just had a phenomenal series against the Red Sox. It was unbelievable. Ends up has a 3-hit game in game 3. Cronenworth again keeps adding on, and Machado obviously again homers. This one was not as impressive as the first, or if that depends who you ask. Sends this one to left center. An absolute nuke job in itself. A 3-run home run here for Manny. Manny stays red hot. Main reason of why we beat these Red Sox. What a great win for our boys here. Brett Sullivan also goes down to right field in the pesky pull. Just a great game. Michael King pitches this game. A phenomenal game from him too. Kind of unspoken, but all the offensive support we've had. Michael King goes 6 innings, allows 5 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 6 Ks. The 1 home run to Jared Duran in the 6th inning, but was cruising throughout the whole game. Obviously had the run support, but really good to see him there. Really shining and coming back after that really shitty game against Milwaukee and pitching a fantastic game. Game 3, unfortunately, we do drop. Our best pitcher, Waldron, was a little shaky from the start. Some control problems for sure with his knuckleballer. Rafael Devers tends him to deep left. Not too upset about this game. You would love to sweep to keep it a 6-game winning streak. But, Boston's a decent team. They have some decent people in their lineup. Not mad that we lost this one. Waldron does get the L. Not much going offensively for our boys. We do string up 8 hits, but kind of lackadaisical. We have a 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Our lone run came from Hassan Kim down the line from Jackson Merrill. He's able to score. Of course, it's Jackson Merrill because he had a 3-hit game this series as well. Gets down the line there in left field. Merrill scores easily. Kim goes to second. But that's the only run we score in this game, and it comes late in the 7th inning. Kind of a dud game for our boys, but I'm not going to complain about it. A really, really good series for our boys in Boston. Sets the tone for this road trip for sure. Looking at the standings now, I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bigger for you guys. Give me 1 second. There we go. Padres currently have the number 2 spot in the wild card with a 46-42 record. 4 games over 5. Like I said, we had been 5 at one point, going for 6. But I can't be too mad. Can you be too mad? 4 games over 5 with how lackadaisical we've looked in the past already during this season. I'm really happy about this. Main kind of contenders we need to be worried about, if you can believe it, is the fucking Mets. Before this, they were red hot. They've kind of cooled off a little bit now in their last 10. They're 6 of their last 4. The Cardinals have been playing some really good baseball, which is kind of expected. They have some really good pieces in their lineup as well. Sonny Gray for them has been pitching phenomenal. The Diamondbacks and the Giants are kind of keeping around as well. A thing that really stands out, though, is the amount of games we've played. We've played 7 more games than the Mets. Quick math here, 41, 43, 4, and we have 8. 4 more games than the Diamondbacks and the Giants. Kind of crazy to think about it that we're beginning the month of July and we have so many games more played than all these other contenders in the NL West. Obviously, the Nationals here, I don't expect them to contend. The Pirates, I don't really expect to contend as well, although they do have some really good youth pieces. The Giants always seem to fucking stand around and stick around for whatever reason, so I do expect them to kind of stick around. Arizona as well, obviously the defending champions. The Cardinals and the Mets, however, I think are probably our biggest concern. The Cardinals being one of them. Obviously, there's 3 spots there on the wild card. So keep playing decent baseball, keep taking series, and we're going to be okay. Some really good stuff from our boys. Kind of really hard to be get mad about anything with how the way our Padres have been playing. 42 home runs in the month of June. Obviously, in the month of March, April, May, we didn't do so well with home runs. In the month of April, we only have 23. So pretty close to almost doubling the amount of home runs in the month of June for our boys. 15-13 record. You look at it, you're like, only 2 games over? I thought we would do better than that. But honestly, we had a really bad stretches there in the beginning of June. We couldn't win a fucking series on the road to save our lives. We really pick it up in the end in the later spots of June. So really good stuff. The vibes are so much different this year, you guys. I feel like last year, obviously on paper, we had that so much of a better team with Soto and Snell, the Cy Young winner. You thought that we had to been, obviously we ended up 2 games over 5, but just a lackluster season, I'm sure, as we all remember last year. But it just doesn't feel that way this year. You really feel like guys are rooting for each other. You see them so happy whenever anything happens. Sullivan just gets called up and hits a home run to right field, and the fucking dugout's going crazy. Machado looking like a proud dad anytime Merrill does anything good, with just some good high praise for him. You just feel different about this team. And it's not for me to say, like, we've had our struggles already this year, barely maintaining over 500 if you want to look at it, if you're a pessimist asshole. It's, it's okay. It's okay that we're 4 games over now. It's okay that we're having the vibes that they are right now. I'm really happy about it. I think, kind of hard to complain with the way we've been playing. Hopefully we can keep this up. Onto the road now against Texas Roadhouse. Texas has been very crappy this year, almost 8 games under 5. Obviously, the defending champions. They have some really good pieces in their lineup, so it's not going to be an easy one, especially on the road, although we do have some success and some track records in Texas. With the Joe Musgrove no-hitter, the Fernando Tatis 3-run home run to right field on a 3-0 count. Some good track record in Texas. Let's take advantage of them playing not so great baseball. On the bump, this is a 3-game series. First game starts again tomorrow. Cease with a 7-6 record, spotting a 3.84 record. Goes against Nathan Uvalde. Uvalde spotting a 4-3 record with a 3.45 ERA. That game's at 5:05 tomorrow. Major takes the bump in game 2 with a 1-2 record with a 7.25. Obviously had that really good, I won't say really good, but effective, efficient last game where he only pitched 55 pitches on it at his first MLB win. He's going against John Gray, who just got absolutely lit the fuck up by Baltimore. Let's hope that we can light him the fuck up as well. He spots a 3-4 record with a 3.77 ERA. That game's also at 5. Obviously, John Gray, we know who he is. We faced him for many years against Colorado. He's a pitcher that sometimes looks like he could be Koufax, and sometimes he looks like he can be Kershaw when he sucks and shits the bed in postseason October. King going on the bump for us in game 3 with obviously the 6-5 record, 3.61 ERA. Looked fantastic in Boston. Hopefully can keep that going. My dog just stole a bag of chips from the bottom of my trash can. Hopefully she... it's empty. She's going to have to lick her chops to get anything out of it. He's going against Max Scherzer. Scherzer just coming off the IL, 1-1 record with a 1.74 ERA. Obviously, we've hit Scherzer in the past. Let's hope that we can hit him again. Take the series in Texas. Keep the road trip vibes alive. I have faith. That's going to do it for this video, everybody. Stay vibrant. Let's root on our Padres. Let's keep it up with the track record. Let's keep winning these games. Stay competitive in these really close games. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I love talking Padres baseball. Stay vibrant. Go Padres, baby.